Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy day to you today. I am on my way to go see a real estate client, and on Saturdays it's kind of like my busy day to go see clients for real estate. But the client I'm going to see, they are in the process of trying to do a short sale, and I just wanted to clarify with you in regards to your property. So I get a lot of questions as a realtor and as a broker. I've been a broker for 17 years and in the business of real estate for about 27 years. And oftentimes people are really kind of led astray when it comes to their properties. And I always like to give good advice to my clients. And that first good advice that I want to give you, if you find yourself that you're behind on your mortgage, if you find yourself you can't pay your mortgage anymore due to any type of life situation that may have occurred, if it is a divorce, if it's a loss of job or death or something of that sort, reach out to a licensed realtor professional that can assist you. Because what happens that I find most of the times, people just leave their property. They leave the property as, in disarray, because if they're going through a lot of, things in their life, then things are not orderly. So when the realtor or the bank or whatever comes in and sees the house is in such disarray and unorganized and junk everywhere, and the house is just in shambles. But I advise you to reach out to a licensed realtor, because a licensed realtor can help you in so many different ways. And don't be afraid that you may have to pay the realtor and things of that nature. Typically, realtors get paid from the sellers. And so being that you are the seller, but the bank is representing you because the bank still owns your home. If you're leaving it, you can't afford to pay it anymore. That will be worked out with the realtor and the bank. So if you leave your house and you don't, and you still owe on it, that can ruin your credit for years. 7 years, 10 years, 13 years. And it could really limit you from moving up in your life, like getting an apartment or doing some other things that you want to do in your life. And so reach out to a realtor, because we can help you. If nothing else, we can help you sell that home on a short sale. And let me just clarify what a short sale is. A short sale is basically a house that is sold at less than what you owe on it, or perhaps maybe what the market holds for it. Like, say for instance, a house is $100,000 and the market you owe, let's say for instance, you owe $100,000 and the market says the property is only worth $75,000, and we do a short sale for the difference. So we submit the contract to the bank and let them know that the market will only bear this amount. We give them stats of the property, updates of the property, all of that kind of stuff, and the realtor literally takes care of all that for you. It's out of your hands basically. All you're doing basically is providing the information for the realtor so that we can share it with the bank. And it really is it could be a stressful time, because I remember I personally have been in situations when the market twisted and real estate was my only business, where I had to think about doing something with my main property. And the last thing that you want to think about is someplace to live. And so if it's a place that you're leaving, obviously you're not really tripping off of it, but you should be, because as I mentioned, if you don't do the right thing, it can hold you up for the rest of your life. Like going to foreclosure, and foreclosure stay on your credit for a significant amount of time, and it literally can prohibit you from moving forward and towards your goals and your dreams that you have and desire in your life. And so the gist of my conversation today, from a real estate perspective, if you find yourself stuck and you can't pay your mortgage, open up your phone book or get on Google, do something. If you're in the St. Louis area, find me, okay? And get yourself a licensed realtor that can help you sell the property or even keep the property. Because see, banks are not in the business of real estate. They don't want to keep your property. They want to sell it, or they want you to pay your mortgage payment, one or the other. And a lot of what I do as a short sale specialist is that I help my clients figure out a financial solution for them according to what the bank has lined up, according to what you can afford. And if you can't afford it, you just can't afford it, and that's okay. It's okay to get rid of or move forward if you're stuck in your life right now. So many people, I don't care. I don't know what people are going to say, what people are going to think about me. So freaking what? So what? The goal is, first of all, that you can afford where you live. And that goes back to what I always share with my clients when they're buying a house. Don't be house rich and poor. You don't want to be house rich and poor, because if you're house rich and poor, what you're going to find out is that later on, maybe not then right there when you buy the house, but eventually you're going to get stuck and you're not going to be able to pay that mortgage. And so, but bottom line, don't just leave your house. Contact somebody. Do all that you possibly can. Majority of the time, the bank is willing to help you. The bank is willing to help you get back on track with a modification on your loan, a refinance, or something along those lines. More so probably a modification, because if you've been late with your payments, the chances of you being able to qualify for refi are very slim. So, but modification is real. I have been a recipient of a modification, so I know it works, and it enabled me to lower my interest rate significantly. I think, back in the day, I got caught up in all that adjusted rate mortgage. Excuse me. And that's something right there. If you get stuck in that adjusted rate mortgage, then, literally you are stuck. And I always advise people to get you a fixed rate. And when you're first buying a home, you don't really know all those different things. And again, that's why it's so important to connect with a licensed realtor that is experienced. I'm trying to get some lip gloss out of my purse here while I'm driving and keeping my eyes on the road. Yes, God, because my lips are really dry right now. So when you are, there you go. Yes. Ain't nothing like some fresh lips. But when you are working with a licensed realtor, they can help you through the stress in the process, because we're an advocate for you. We're not your enemy. Yes, we want to be paid. Oh, yes, we want to be paid, because the only way we get paid is if we sell a house. And you got to recognize that and understand that, like you go to a job. We have to be paid, and our skills are what we do to utilize in the business of real estate to get paid. So call a realtor if you find yourself behind on your mortgage. Speak with a realtor so you can see what your house is worth. That's typically no charge. I can't say that for all agents, but typically it's no charge for you to do a comparative analysis of your home and other homes in the area, so that we can know what your house is selling for, so we can give that information to the bank so they know what is an appropriate amount that they should settle when you're doing a short sale. Right now, the real estate market is starting to bounce back. It's starting to bounce back. Sales are starting to rise again, but there's still some pockets of areas that are seeing loss, and that's because there's a huge amount of foreclosures in the area. There's a huge amount of short sales taking place, and to piggyback on that, whatever the properties sell for in the area, that's typically what leverage you have as a person that's trying to sell it, that may be in the process of a short sale. That's the leverage that you have. Again, if a property is, you owe $100,000 and it's only worth $75,000 per what the market will bear, then that's literally all that the bank can expect from you. Now, you do have some butthole banks and people that work for the bank that are buttholes, nicely put, that will probably stress you out and demand different things. They're going to want to know your financials. That's one thing that I'm taking to this client now. They want to know his financials. So I have that paperwork available, ready and handy, so that he can fill it out. And, and be honest. Again, just don't give your house up. If you sell it and if it's more than what you can get some money back possibly, but the chances of that happening sometimes are very slim, due to the fact that you're probably, if you're delinquent on your mortgage, the bank is going to eat it up with fees and late fees and attorney fees and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to share that information, because there is a solution for every problem. As a business consultant, I share that with my clients all the time. Just because you have a problem does not mean that it can't be solved. And so there's no need to, be distressed, even though during that time of when you can't pay your mortgage and you got a family and and you're trying to decide, do I pay my mortgage, or do I eat, or do I pay this electric bill, get this turned off? I mean, it's just so many things that go through your mind when you are in a process of can't pay to live where you live. But it's good to get with a licensed and skilled professional that's been in the business, that understands the business, that's understanding of your needs and your desires, and willing, ready, and able to help you to get that property sold. So bottom line, I'll go back to my main point again. If you find yourself where you can't pay your mortgage, if you find yourself you've lost your job, a reduction in income, if you find it where there's been a loss of life in your family, you've gotten a divorce or something along those lines, don't just walk away from your property, because later on in life, your life going to turn around. Life happens, and it's going to turn around, and it's going to require you to need some credit, okay? And in needing credit, when you walk away from your property, it goes into foreclosure, because that's basically you giving the property back. You could do, there's a thing called deed in lieu of foreclosure. You know, that doesn't hurt you as bad, but any type of thing that you do when you surrender your property, it's going to have some type of effect on you. But foreclosure hurts most of all. And when you can prevent it by reaching out to a licensed, skilled realtor in your area to help you along with the process to expedite a short sale, then you're better off long run. I'm telling you, life is going to be picked back up for you. Life is going to change. You're going to probably want to buy a house 5-10 years down the line, maybe even sooner than that, depending on where you are in your life. And this will probably impact you for quite some time. So if you could be proactive versus reactive, and the proactive effect is, as soon as you know those things that have happened in your life, as soon as they happen, get on the ball and contact your licensed realtor in your area. And so I know this message is going to help somebody. I literally do. And if you find that it helps you, then go ahead and like it, okay? And then if you feel like somebody else that you're connected to needs to hear this, share it with them. But bottom line, if you're not subscribed to my channel, click the link up in the bio and subscribe, because I provide you with information, inspiration, and motivation to help you start, market, grow, and profit in your life. I help you take your side hustle, turn it into your main hustle, and that main hustle into your side hustle, so you can take those dollars and start investing in your wealth, okay? Subscribe up at the top up there. Thank you for being a part of my day-to-day, and I will touch bases with you soon. Blessings and peace. Until next time. Bye-bye.